Welcome to yet another Less Matters podcast. This is one of the interviews we're doing with one of the many less trainers. I'm trying to get through all of the certified less trainers in a year. It's going to be a hard push, but we're making good progress. And today is one I've been looking forward to for quite a while, really. We have Robert Briese, a dear friend of mine, less trainer that I've known for, I don't know now, 4 years, maybe even longer.
I think we met at the Amsterdam conference, the
No
first
way.
one. Was it 6 years ago? So
6 years. 6 years. And and we're only looking younger. Um, a fantastic guy, well known for his work on remote sprint review bazaars. In fact, did a talk for the Less Matters community way back at the beginning of Less Matters community, which is brilliant. Robert, thank you very much for coming along. Would you like to give the world an introduction to yourself?
yeah, thanks, Ben. So nice to be here and to have the chance to talk with you. I always enjoy our talks whenever we meet. I'm Robert Briese. I'm certified less trainer since 2 years now. I'm a simple guy that started born in Romania and lived most of my life in Germany. I've studied computer science and economics, and worked quite a while as a consultant in the era of software development, especially ERP software, SAP, and to some point moved to project management, but it didn't feel like natural to me until I moved. I discovered agile, and suddenly things changed, and I was so obsessed about how there is a better way of working, and try to figure out everything about that. Very quickly, I had a chance to discover less, and or actually before that, I've discovered Scrum and lived Scrum really in a great example. So and I tried since then to replicate it, and it was very hard to do that with multiple teams until I discovered less, and that's the path that I was following now the last 7 or 8 years. I think since 2015 was my first less adoption.
2015. Wow, that was so shortly before we first met. Then was your first less adoption, or
Yeah,
was it
exactly.
before?
Yeah, around that time. So that's why I went to bus course, because I wanted to learn more about it, and then I figured out from the course that there is this conference, and I went to it, and then there we met. I remember we were on the first on the team. It's actually a team-based conference, and um, and we had a chance to join one team there, and I was very impressed about your knowledge and about also your interaction, and had my role model.
Oh no, they're too kind. Too kind, mate. I must remember that first less conference. I really felt like I was, as we would say in the UK, blagging it. I really didn't feel like I should be there. I was given a talk on my case study.
Yeah.
I didn't have a cable for my laptop, so I had to borrow someone else's laptop. I was on at the same time as Goiko Hadzik, so I'm like, well, no one's going to come to watch my talk. Why would
I
they want
guess
to come
that's
and see me?
I guess that's why I didn't. I missed your talk there. Sorry for that.
Oh, you weren't the only one. You weren't the only one that missed it. And I remember talking to Goiko, and I said, I'm upset. I'm going to miss your talk. I'm also a bit upset that you're talking at the same time as me because no one's going to want to come and listen to me. And he was such a sweetheart. He said to me that he was also upset because he doesn't get to see my talk because Goiko actually came and trained us in specification by example
Nice.
in the timeline of that case study. So he had a part in that story. So it would have been lovely if he was there. But I remember the talk started, and the room was quite full, and then the room began to continue to fill up, and then when the room was at capacity, at the back I noticed Craig Larman like sitting there like I think he had like a notepad or something. Oh my word. Like I'm gonna like I know that Craig's been through my case study, but now I feel properly nervous. Like the boss is here, and he's gonna be marking me. And he asked me a few questions, was incredibly courteous. He was brilliant. And that was a big moment for me. I was incredibly nervous. I hadn't slept much the night before either. So thankfully I managed to pull it out of the bag. But you didn't miss much. I might start giving that talk again.
Is that was that recorded? Is there a recording of that? You know.
Oh, do you know what? I don't think it was. I'll find out. But it was because it was my case study at Royal Bank of Scotland. I haven't done that talk for such a long time.
So maybe,
but I do wonder.
It's a good opportunity.
I do wonder with case studies.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's a good opportunity maybe to do it again, either on the next LESS conference, which maybe some of the people know. It's going to happen in Warsaw. Actually, we just moved it from Berlin to Warsaw. Maybe there or some other place. I would love to hear it.
Not a bad idea. Maybe I would do a miscally of LESS adoptions, a collection, a tour through my life of LESS adoptions. Probably be more like a horror movie than a fairy tale. But that's no. I will consider that.